Hi everyone, it's Gina and Darren here, and this is the 17-4 milestone kickoff for the runner group. I will start off with going through what Runner Fleet is focused on, so I'll just share my screen. Okay, so fleet visibility, which as a reminder, the things that we look at within this category is your management of your runner fleet, so the number of runners that you either bring with you to GitLab or that you're using. And then also we are looking more into the metric side of things, where we look at jobs, pipelines, and runner metrics to give you an idea of what the health of your pipelines and runners are. So this actually ties in very well to the feature that we're focusing on this milestone, which is considered CI Insights. So we're looking to give you more insight into how your pipelines are performing, including the job performance. And the best place to see this is in this smaller epic where we have a capstone issue. The end result will look something more like this. And the issues that we have for this milestone are just portions of this page. And so this page that you could access this in a project today in CI/CD analytics, and we'll be basically improving this page and filling the gaps for the metrics that you need to be able to figure out the performance. That is it. So I'll pass it to Darren.
Hey, thanks, Gina. So I'll just quickly share my screen, everyone, and get through what we're working on for Runner Core. Let's see if I can get this sharing stuff to work. So just a quick recap. If you're interested in the high-level proverbial 20,000-foot view of the direction for Runner Core, as I mentioned in the last video, we update our category direction pages every month. And so this gives you the high-level view of some of the big ticket items that we're working on. So if you scroll through here, you can just quickly land on the what is next for us section. And in terms of next new features, we are working on transitioning the new auto-scaling solution that's based on fleeting and task scaler, which hopefully by now you know is the GitLab developed technology for auto-scaling GitLab runners on public cloud virtual machine instances, right? And transitioning specifically the fleeting plugin for Azure to GA. Just a quick recap, we have already transitioned the fleeting plugins for both AWS EC2 instances, as well as Google Compute Engine instances to GA in previous milestones. So you can completely adopt those solutions because they are GA, and the GA, fleeting plugin, sorry, GA for Azure is next up. So this is a high-level view, and we've been trying to do a good job of making sure the high-level view aligns to the more detailed view in the iteration plan. So we pop over, if you happen to pop over to our iteration plan, there's a bit more stuff in here because we cover some cross-functional work. We cover some bugs in terms of what we're focused on from a bug prioritization standpoint. Every milestone, we invest heavily in reducing bugs that are in the product. But you can see here under our feature set, you can see the fleeting plugin feature set being called out. So in terms of like net new features that you're going to be able to consume in Runner Core in 17.4, you'll be looking for the fleeting plugin for Azure Virtual Machines. And of course, you can also take a look at some of these other issues where we're resolving some bugs. And in terms of features, additional, in some cases, minor features that typically will not have their own release post entry, but will show up in our runner, what we call our Runner Core recurring release post entry. So it's like a sort of a umbrella sort of release post that lists a bunch of features and stuff like that. So that's really it for Runner Core. I'm super excited that we're pretty close to getting this last piece of functionality done for our new auto scaling solution. It's really been about 2 years worth of effort with a lot of folks across the organization and the runner team and so on to get us to this point. Really super excited because again, it's really differentiated technology that no other CI/CD solution has in the marketplace today. And now we'll be wrapping up our support for Azure Virtual Machines. And really fast before I end, I'll be remiss in just kind of calling out that even though GitLab officially created, and we officially create and support fleeting plugins for, as I mentioned, AWS, GCE, and Azure. The model that we created is a plugin model. So if there are other cloud providers that you use, whether it's public clouds in Europe or Asia or what have you, or other cloud providers in the States that are not the top three, and their framework or their infrastructure framework supports this sort of like auto scaling type group construct, you can easily create your own plugins for those clouds using our framework. I actually saw that someone has already created a plugin for OpenStack. And I think there's one created for Hetzner Cloud as well. So really super excited about this technology. Just want to really amplify that with this technology, you have the ability to create your own auto-scaling plugins for either public cloud infrastructure stacks or even some on-premise infrastructure stacks, maybe, for example, VMware, that you may be using to host your runners. So that's it for 17.4. Back to Gina to wrap up.
Thanks, Darren. Really exciting stuff that we have at the Runner Group. And thanks again for all the feedback that we've been getting over the past milestones. And reach out if you have anything.
All right, cheers, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.